Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Salesforce real-time scenarios. Today we are going to discuss about to the new scenario on the screen flows. So here use case is the we have to find out the which opportunities are closed last. So those opportunities we need to create the task. We need to create the task, and the task inputs we can capture from the inputs from the users. User can give it by the task information. Based on that, how many opportunities we have the closed one, that records we need to assign to the those records to. We have to create a task and assign to the respective opportunity. We have to assign to the that opportunity owner, assign to the that opportunity owner. So let's see how we are going to implement by this use case step by step. So let's come to the our Salesforce org. So here come to the flows. So create a flow. So choose the start from the scratch and create select by the screen flow. So click onto the new screen. We can capture by the inputs from the user, right? So that's why here create a task. So here first of all we need to capture by the task information. For example, here we have to come to the task object. So click on new, click onto the here. So we have to capture by the subject and here priority and assign to is the opportunity owner we are going to assign and associated to the related to that opportunity. These two fields is we can backgroundly map it. Status, subjects, due date and priority. These fields, four fields we are going to give it by the screens. User will be able to handle by the those information. So let's take by the first field is the status. Status is the pick list value. So that's why here we can take it by the pick list. So this is the status. So choice values, we need to get it from the database. What are the pick list values available here? We are going to get it by the those values. Okay. So that's why here we have to select by the here choice pick list values. So here pick list and here we have to the status pick list. This is the here. So object is the task object and data type is the pick list and which field we need to get it status field information. So here we can get it the status information. Click on done. Next is the subject. It is the two different ways to work right in Salesforce, text and drop down values. So just we can give it by the subject is the text. Subject and next is the due date. So this is the date format. So date, due date. This is the required or we can give it leave it as it is. Status is the required. So we can select by the status is the required. And next one is the priority. Priority, we need to check it. This is also one of the pick list. So here pick list value we can select. So pick list, sorry, priority. So here this is the pick list, right? So we can capture the inputs from the database. What are the values? So click onto the new choice resource. Here we can select by the pick list to choice set from the collection from the object. So that's why here we can select by the pick list choice set. So here we have the priority pick list. So object is the same task object, and here we can select by the pick list, and here priority. These values we are coming to the here. So status, subject, due date, and if you capture by the comments as well, we can take it by the text area. This is the long text area here. We have to take it. Comments also, if you want, you can select by the comments. This is also with the, we are going to capture the here comments. So these are all the details we are going to capture: status, subject, due date, priority, and here we have to take it by the comments. Let's done this. Let's save this. Create a task records. So here create a task records for closed opportunities. So click on save. Let's debug here up to here how it is appear by this one. Click on to the debug. Click on to the run. See here status is appear by what are the pick list values available in the object level. Those will be the populated by the here. Subject we can give it by the anything. Due date we are going to select by the due date. Priority high or low or medium, and comments here we are going to enter by the comments. Okay, these all values we are going to give it by the here. Give it by the here. Okay. Sorry. So after that we need to get the how many opportunities are closed last. So how many opportunities are we have the closed last into the database. So let's come to the here. Before that we can see how many records in the database for the closed last records. Just of the count. So come to the query here. So here select count of ID from opportunity where stage name equals to close last. We can find out how many we have. 3 is the find out in my system. Okay. 3 are the close last records at present. Okay. Let's see these 3 records we need to create by the this create task. So come to the here. So here we need to get it by the close last records. Get record instead of this query inbuilt we are writing to the here. Get opportunities so object name is the opportunity. So here we have the stage name equals to closed last. Which how many records we have, that many records we are getting from the database closed last. So we are getting the more than one record, right? So that's why here we have to select by the all the records. We have to get by the, all the records from the database. All the records from the database. Okay. So how many records we have? 3 records. 3 records will come by the here. So how to know how many records we are getting the, from the database? We are going to finally display by the this many records is the we have the updated or created by the task records, right? Let's see here we are getting the opportunities. Then we can create by the task records for each opportunity. So how we are going to loop it? Before going to the loop it, here we have to take it by the one decision. Getting the records are not from the database. So here we have to identify the get the records are not from the database. So here opportunities, found the opportunities. So let's take to the, this is the one of the decision. So here we have to the, here label is found. How to identify the is found? It is the list is the empty or not. So in the recent updates, they are giving to the list to also, is it found or is empty or not? They are giving to the, in the recent update. So get records is empty option. This is the provided by the in the recent update. So if it is the not empty, then only we have to go create by the task list. Otherwise, no need to write. So here is empty is the false. False nothing but the we found the some records. We find the some records from the database. If it is to me, it is an empty. When it is empty, no need to create by the any task records. That's why it is come by the default outcome. It come by the by default outcome. So let's come to the here. So if it is found, we can do it by the loop the each record. Loop each opportunity record. Loop the each opportunity collection is the, this is right, get records from the here. So once each looping time, we need to create the task record. So here assignment, don't write the create a create record option within the loop. As per the best practice, you can write the outside of the loop for the create a record. That's why here we have to assign to the task record. Set task values. So here, first of all, we are going to take it by one new resource for the task record. Task variable. So where single task. Here we have to take it by the record task. So now here where single task. So first is the activity ID, means due date. Here we are selecting by the due date is the, already we are taking one field right here. Due date, this due date we are giving. Next is the status. Single record status equals to, here we have to select by the status. Status pick list value what we have select. Next is the here subject, where subject equals to what we are enter by the subject. This is subject. Okay, due date already we are given. Priority, where priority equals to, here we have to take it by the priority. And last one is the comments, where comments call duration, why it is not appear by the comments. So here description. Okay, in the description we are going to give it by the comments. Okay, so here we are going to give it by the our description. In the description, this is right comments. So now let's done this up to here. And one more thing is the mainly we have to give it to the here assign to the opportunity owner. So here single task assign to opportunity owner. Which record is coming now? That record we are calling the current item, right? Current item in the opportunity owner ID. We have to map it by the owner ID to the assign to the here. Assign to, this is the, we are mapping to the owner ID. And next is we need to map it by the related. Which opportunity is coming? That opportunity associated to the this task, right? That's why. So let's come to the one more field is the related to. So related to generally we are calling the who ID, right? Sorry, what ID, right? Here we are going to select by the what ID. What ID equals to current item record ID. We are going to give it by the opportunity record ID related to that one. These fields we are giving. So we are mapped by the due date, status, subject, priority, description, and assigned to related to. These are all fields we are mapping. So after that, this record we need to commit it to the database, right? So this loop might be we have 3 records, 5 records, 10 records. So those records we are going to assign to the one particular list. At a time we can create with all the records. That's why here I'm going to create the new resource. Click on to the new resource variable where task list I am creating. Here record. So here we are going to hold by the multiple records, right? We can add it to the in this list. That's why here we are selecting the yellow multiple values. So here task, click on to the done. It is accepting by the multiple values. So list type, right? Just here you have to take it by the add. So which one we are going to add it? This is the single task. We are going to add it where single task. So how many records will come? That many records we are assigning to the new values to the for the creation to the task record, and finally we are adding into the list. So up to here we have to save. So finally we need to create the records, right? So click on here outside of the loop. Don't write it within the loop. Outside of the loop, we have to here create the records. So that's why here create records, create task records. So here we have to the record values. We are going to insert by the multiple values. So already we are created by the task list. Now task list will be the added by the here. Task list added by the here. Click on save. So once we have the created, we have to display the success message. So here screen success screen. Okay, display the message. So here successfully created task records for close last opportunities. So for example, if you want to identify the how many records also for the found for the close last record, that purpose, once it is not an empty, we can take it by the one variable here. So assignment size, how many records we found. Okay. So opportunity size. Here we can take it by the one variable. So where OPP size. So here number data type I am taking. Why? Because means how many opportunities, right? It is 3 or 10 or 20. That's why here we are taking the here. So 0. Click on done. So we are setting to the how many records to the here. So in this we have the option equals to count. Equals to count means how many records, that is the totally adding into the in this. So here we are going to give it by the get the records from the database, right? So get opportunities. this count of the value assigning to the in this opportunity size. If it is the 5 records is written, it is hold by the 5. It is written the 10, 10 will be the hold by the here. So let's come to the here. After this, we are assigning to when the records is found only. Okay, then come to the here in the screen. So here found. So OPP size variable. This is right variable. Found 3 closed opportunities and successfully created task records for closed last opportunities. So found these many records we have the found. Okay. This is the bold 16. So let's give it by the some success color. So this is for only give it by the something different color. Different color here. This is the different color we have. And this message is the we are going to align to the center. So done. Click on save. Okay, let's activate this. Let's see the now how many records already I found. 3 records, right? These 3 records are close to last records. We can create the new task. So for this, we are going to add it by the any one of the screen flow or somewhere. Let's take it by the here, or we can create by the any one of the flow. So let's come to the quickly create by the one lightning app builder. So click on next, create task record. This is the folder, sorry, tab name we are giving. So just giving the one region, click on done. So here we are going to take it by the one flow, drag and drop to the here. So here our flow name is the create task records. Okay, this is the our flow. Click on save, click on activate. So we are going to give it by the any one of the option. So here LWC real time scenario, just I'm giving to the in this. Okay, click on save. Now come to the here LWC real time scenarios. We are giving to the in this app, right? That folder. That's why here I'm coming to the here. So create a task to record. Error message roll back. So we are giving to the in this. Create once refresh by the page. One more time we can do the activation. So save. Now let's come to the here, back to the page. I think earlier we are not added by the tab. We skipped that step. That's why it's not came. So let's come to the again. Sorry, LWC, real time scenarios. So create a task to records, connected opportunities, so sales orders. Why it is not coming again? Case records, case priority, customer case, sales related cases. What happened to that is problem? Let me check it one more time. Not sure why it is not coming. One more time, we are going to create that one. Yeah, builder. So app page, click on next, create, task record, one reason, click on done. So here we are going to add it by the flow. Create a task records, click on save, click on activate. So click on to the here, we can give it by the Salesforce real-time scenarios. Click on to the here. Already it's appear here. I'm not sure why it is not appear earlier. So click on save, click on to the back. So let's refresh by the page. We don't know why it is not appear here. Let me check it. Create task records. Both times it is added. Okay. But not sure why it is not up here. Okay. Let's go to the any one of the tab. So now here we are going to give it by the task information from the inputs from the user. So it is the in progress. Subject is the task. Follow up for the opportunity. Just I am giving to the this is the subject. Due date is the we are going to give it by the 10th August, and priority is the normal. So here kindly follow up the respective opportunity. Okay, this is the comments we are giving. Click on next. See here, found the three closed last opportunities and successfully created the those records. Let's go to the task object. Let's see the recently created records. See here, these three records, right? You have to observe task to follow up the opportunity. Just now we are created 10th for these three records is the successfully created. You have to observe we are giving to the assigned to the opportunity owner, and status is the in progress we are given. Subject is the task follow up to the opportunity, and due date is we are given 10th, and here we are given to the priority is the normal, and related to the this which opportunities are closed last, that opportunity is the associated to the here. If you go to this opportunity, let's see the stage is the closed last. Stage is the closed last. And if you want to check it by in the activity, here also will appear by the newly created task. Newly created task. So like this, which opportunities are closed last? Those opportunities we are created the record. We can create the task record for those opportunities. And that too, we are capturing the inputs from the user what they want to request that opportunity but that task information we are captured from the user, that information we are captured from the user we are created by the task record, we are created the task records. Okay, all information we have the captured here. See here, description also means comments we have the capture by the here. All the fields information, status, subject, due date, related to priority, comments, all will be the mapped by the successfully here. I hope it's clear how we are implemented for this use case. Stay tuned for the more real-time scenarios.